How's it going, everybody? Anthony's homemade love and great recipes here. First thing I gotta do, I gotta wash my hands. So I finally figured out some ground beef. It's actually, I think, ground chuck, because it was hamburger patties that I just broke apart. Squashed, mashed together, broke apart. But I took 3 of them. It calls for like 2 cups. So I'm thinking this is enough. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to do a recipe for muffin tin meatloaf. Okay? I'm going to do 6 of them. I think it says the recipe calls for 12, so I'm kind of cutting it down, so I only got to do 6. But the first part of this process is I got to saute some onion and some garlic. So for all you garlic lovers or onion lovers, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mince up some garlic. I think I got a big knife. No. Yeah, that's going to have to work. Okay, so I washed my hands. So we're going to mince up this garlic. And then we're going to do the same to some onion. And then we're going to put it in a pan with I think it called for a 1/4 cup. Or no, I'm sorry. Let me get the recipe. So it calls for a teaspoon of oil. So we're going to do the oil. Well, hello, Miss Debbie. Ain't seen you in a while. How are things going? But I got to cut up this garlic first. Just hope I don't cut my hand off. Or a finger or something like that, you know. Don't want to do nothing like that. My daughter says I sound country when I'm doing this. But she says I talk gangster. I don't know. But I've been wanting to try this recipe for a couple weeks now. Just because, I don't know, ever since I started doing muffins, I've been trying to find whatever I can make in a muffin pan. Because I'm telling you, it cooks a lot quicker in the muffin pan. And it's a lot easier to eat. You see what I'm saying? Because it's basically a handheld, bite-sized, right? So why not cook it in the muffin pan, right? So how much do I need? I need 2 garlic cloves. So that's 1. Let me do another one real quick. My garlic cloves are sprouting roots. They've been around for a minute. I ain't been using them up right. So we got to change that. We got to start finding some recipes with garlic. I seen a show today, and they did a cake, and I'm kind of interested in the cake, so I got to look into it a little more. It was a layer cake, like the base of it basically is egg whites and egg yolks with flour, and then 1 layer is spicy being like nutmeg, 5 seasons, and some others. Sorry if I'm not commenting on what you're saying. I'm kind of over here and I got to pay attention, but I will get back to comments at some point in time. Maybe while everything's cooking. Show's a little different these days, Miss Debbie. How are you doing though? How are things going? Okay, so first thing we need to do is we need to put our oil in to get it heating up, because I already got the burner heating at medium. So 1/4 cup of Earl. Now it calls for olive oil, but I got canola oil right now. I don't have olive oil. So then we're going to add in the garlic. 2 cloves of garlic. We'll go ahead and let that start cooking. And then we're going to take our onion. And I think it calls for 1 small onion. Let me check that. 1 finely chopped onion. So I'm going to chop up this little onion here. I know I should probably turn the water on because it's going to have me crying like a little baby. That's okay. I'm a man about my onion. I can cut it still. I got 2 move jobs I guess to do tomorrow. And, you know, I found this, going through, I have, oh, ouch. See what I mean? I almost cut my finger off. I got over 4,000 friends on Facebook, and I noticed that not all of them. I don't talk to all of them. I don't interact with hardly all of them. So what I've been thinking is to go through my friend list and cut out the ones that I don't talk to. Right? Well, I'm learning as I've been going through this stuff online that there's apps that you can get that'll go through your Facebook and it'll weed out the non-active members. Now that's one way to go about it, but I do know that in the line of business I'm in, you know, with having an online business and running my own business and things, learning, meeting new people and things, what you want to do is if you're meeting new people, you want to go to them, you know what I'm saying? If you want them to come to you and try and find out what you got going on, you got to go to them. And what I mean by go to them is you got to start interacting with them. You want them to interact with you, you got to interact with them, right? So interacting means that you go through your friends list, and if you see people that don't look at your comments or don't comment on your post or whatever, then you go and you start commenting on their post. You start liking what they're posting. You start leaving little comments on what they're posting. You go to their wall. You look through a couple of their posts and say, you see, you know, you can find out about that person. Because what you're basically doing is meeting a new friend, you know, like you would do in school. You got to find out about that person. Well, with social media, you got to go do your research on that person. Research being go find out about them, what they're all about. Okay, so now that I got this stuff sauteing, 1 teaspoon oil, onion. It calls for carrot, but I don't have carrot. I don't have dried oregano. I got my ketchup. I got my ground beef. I'm not using crackers in this meatloaf. I'm using stuffing because I don't have crackers. I got the mustard. I got the Worcestershire sauce. I got the pepper. 2 eggs. 2 eggs. Almost out of eggs. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We only have 1 egg and it calls for 2. But I did cut the recipe down, so that might just work. Let's hope, people. Let's hope that 1 egg will do what we need. Okay, so as this is sauteing, as we're cooking up our onion and our garlic, then, and I'm sitting here talking to you guys, I don't think we need that much, so we're done with that, we're done with that. So then what we're going to do is, so I got this put together, so I need to, let's not dump it on that. So let's grab another bowl. Okay. Now, we're going to add in, it calls for 1 cup of ketchup, so we're going to do 1/2 cup of ketchup. Because like I said, I'm cutting it kind of in half. 1/2 cup of ketchup, which is going to be 2 of these. You know, this is what's crazy about this one, is whenever I do meatloaf, I'm used to having my brown sugar in the ketchup for the layer, or the garnish, or whatever you call it, you know, the sauce that goes on the top. This one does not call for that. There is no brown sugar in this, so I need 2 tablespoons of mustard. That's not big enough, so that means my big one's over here. 2 tablespoons of mustard. And we're running away. We don't want to run away. Okay. 2 tablespoons of mustard. Everybody, I did wash my hands at the beginning of the video, and that's what I'm going to start doing. Every time, you know, maybe show people that don't wash their hands or don't want to wash their hands or like whatever, that it needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? Because it does. We need to curb what's going down with us. So, 2 tablespoons of mustard. One, these are pretty big tablespoons. I know it's probably a tablespoon and a half, so we'll just do like a 1.5. Okay? Where did the leak go? Oh, there it is. And then Worcestershire sauce. We need 1 teaspoon. So I kind of like the idea of the Worcestershire sauce, though. Honestly, 1 teaspoon Worcestershire sauce. And then a little bit of salt. Calls for like a 1/4 teaspoon, but I don't do too much salt and pepper or too much salt in anything that I do. Usually I don't do any salt just because, I don't know, I'm not into the cholesterol type stuff. Really. Like when I go to McDonald's, I don't let them put salt on my crackers or salt on my French fries. Okay, so then there's this. Now, yeah, I forgot. This is going to be a messy part, okay? Because once I get all this mixed up, I get to mix it into the meatloaf. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put our egg in the meatloaf. So 1 egg. Okay. And then we're going to take it and we're going to get that messy. We got to squish it all together. Because then it calls for, I think, 2 cups of stuffing. See, I'm forgetting that. Okay. Stuffing is right here. Let's just do that. Okay, so that's probably 1. It calls for 6 ounces. This is a 12-ounce bag, but I don't think I'm going to do a whole half. So, and then if I need more meat, I got sausage in there that I can use, but I don't think I'm going to need more meat. I know it's a weird looking dish, but it's what I had to work with. I guess if I'd have done the dishes beforehand, it would have been alright. And I usually do the dishes beforehand, but this was, I made some muffin brownies last night before I went to bed. And that was the dishes from last night. Not an excuse, I know. It's not an excuse. Okay, so what I need is to rinse my hand off first. I hate the feel of old raw meat. Yuck. Okay, and then so sauteing up pretty good. I'm gonna stir them around a little bit. Smell it in the air. Okay. Gonna let it keep going because we got to add in our mix here. Okay. So then we set this aside. Need a spoon because we got to put all this together. So I guess there ain't really going to be a ketchup on the top of it. It's incorporated with it. I kind of like that idea. So next thing we do is we're going to let our sauteed onions and garlic cool down. Which minutes. They're good, I think. We're going to let it cool down. And we're going to add it. Now our oven's set to 350. I'll go ahead and throw my trash away. Definitely got to clean the kitchen. Throw the trash away. Okay. And then once we get it, it's probably going to be, I just want that to cool down because it's going to be hot, you know, and I don't want to stick my fingers in it and get blisters. I don't want to teach people to do that either. So whenever you saute something, set it aside to cool off a little bit. Unless you're putting it in something that you're going to bake. Then you can just dump it right in. But as I was saying, so I started, what I decided to do was with the whole friends list thing and the 4,000 friends, I decided to go through 10 friends a day that I have no interaction with, that doesn't look at my posts. You know, I've never seen nothing from them. I go in, I go to their wall, I go down their wall, and I look for something that intrigues me, that catches my eye. Once I find it, I'll like it, or I'll comment, or I'll like and comment on it. And, you know, then I'll send it after a couple times of doing it, you know, because you don't want to be too straightforward, because then they think something's up. So after a few times of liking and commenting on posts, I'll send them a message, you know, like, hey, how you doing? I've been kind of watching you, and I like some of the things that you're doing, or, you know, whatever. We kind of got some things in common. You know, can we talk? Can we be friends? Would you message me and things? You know? And that's really how you should do things on Facebook if you're trying to come up with new peoples. Okay, now the one thing I am going to do that's a little different than most people is, and I didn't buy the spray. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my oil and I'm going to go around each muffin, just because it says to spray it, but like I said, I didn't get no spray. So I'm just going to use oil, which shouldn't be a problem, just so it doesn't stick. And it shouldn't stick because, you know, I dumped in the oil from the saute stuff, but just in case, you know, we don't want the hamburger or the meatloaf sticking to the side of the pan and pulling apart once. So once you grease your pan, you're going to take it out and it'll fill each cup. Okay, you're going to press it down, fill each one. Now remember, make sure it's incorporated really, really well. So then, like I said, we're going to put it in each muffin tin, and then we'll put it in the oven, which oven, like I said, is set to 350. Now it says to fill them all the way up, level. So set to 350, and then it says to cook it for, I think, 20 minutes, 20 or 25 minutes. I will look at it one more time because I put it in the recipe, you know. We might end up with a couple more, which if we do, then what I'm going to do is I'll cook the first batch, and then I'll cook another batch, right? Just have plenty to eat. Oh yeah, we got enough for probably, shoot, maybe 4 more. So I guess I really didn't cut the recipe in half like I thought I did. But it's nice to know that how much one of them patties turns out to be, you know. Okay. A little bit more in this one. Probably a little more. There we go. Okay. A little bit more in the middle. Maybe be 1 or 2 more. Maybe 3. Okay. So, I'm going to show you guys what this looks like before I put it in the oven. You guys let me know in the comments what you think. my recipe. So this is what we got going on. Okay, so now we're going to put it in the oven for, like I said, my recipe says 350 for 25 minutes. So 10 friends a day, 25 minutes, where do we at? So we're at 20 minutes, so it'll be 45. Should I stay on here? Well, hello, Miss Jolie. Glad you came and seen me. How are you doing? I'm cooking muffin tin meatloaf. Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you earlier. I was just in the process of getting it done. I got probably 3, maybe 4. And so 25 minutes from now we'll be done. So I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll end the feed. I appreciate everybody showing up and watching me. If you happen to see this on YouTube, drop me a like, drop me a comment, drop me a love, drop me a laugh emoji. It don't matter. Drop me some kind of, just let me know you was here. You know what I'm saying? Hi April, how you doing? Nice to see you here. What I got going on is muffin tin meatloaf. Okay, I just put together a little recipe for use the a 6 cup muffin tray and just made meatloafs to put in there. I got them in the oven. They are going to cook for 25 minutes. I was really about to go ahead and stop the feed, but I'm glad somebody jumped on here. Maybe somebody will talk while I talk. Have questions and whatnot. Also, like I was saying beforehand, you go through your friends list. You pick out 10 friends that you have that have no interaction with you. You haven't had any interaction with them, and you just start to get to know them. You know what I'm saying? You pay attention to what they're posting. You pay attention to what's going on in their lives. You send them positive vibes. You know, you get vibes, some kind of vibe back from them. You get no response. Then that's when you just say, okay, then we'll just push it off to the side. And you delete them. You know what I'm saying? And you go on from there. Do it. Start out with 10 a day. Once you got 10 a day now that you go through and you talk to 10 a day, and you've weeded so many out, and you keep going every day. So your first day you did 10. Okay. Now the next day, what you're going to want to do is you want to go and at least say hi to them 10 you did already. Then you do 10 more. You know, and it goes on and it goes on and goes on. And like I said, I got 4,000 friends to do it to. So it's going to take me a little while to do it this way. And there are apps and things that'll do it for you. But why just get rid of people that don't interact on your page when, you know, their lives are their lives, you know? At some point in time, they sent you a friend request or you requested their friendship for some reason or another. So find out what that reason is and go from there, you know, build from there. Start from nothing and make it something, right? That's the way I'm looking at it. Another thing is, if you're trying to run a business page from your Facebook, then you got to continue to show who you are, and you got to be honest about it. You got to be upfront, and people got to build a relationship with you. They gotta see that you're doing the same thing over and over and over. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to jump from here, jump to there, jump to this, jump to that. Talk about this, talk about some off the wall stuff. You know, you don't want to do that. You want to show an actual you want to show who you are. That basically. And I've learned this over the past year. And I've also learned that with me doing a cook show, me doing a baking. You lost sound? Can you hear me now? Just kidding. Let me turn it up. It's all the way. Can you hear me? It's alright. Can you hear me now? Am I going to have to go? Because see, I don't know. I don't like this phone. I'm about to get rid of this phone and go back to either Metro or T-Mobile because Boost is not a phone for me. But anyways, so I've been in an online business for a year now, and I've learned quite a bit of things. But the biggest thing that I've learned is social media. Okay, There's a lot of lies. You can't hear me at all? Can you hear me now? Dang it. Hold on a second. Kylie. Yeah? Let me see. Hand me those blue headphones. We're going to do something different. I'm going to see if you can hear me then. Let's hope that... Can you guys hear me? Any of you all hear me? Thank you. We're going to try this. That means we're going to move the phone. The phone cannot stay stationary because I'm over there and I'm... Okay. Can you hear me now? Is there any sound now? Hello? Testing 1 2 1 2. Is it working now, Miss Maria? Is it working, Miss April? Can you hear me? Well, I don't know, because I don't know what would have caused it to lose sound. So I'm going to have to go back and I'm going to have to watch this whole video just to make sure it has sound through the whole thing, huh? That kind of bites, but hey, I usually go back and watch my videos anyways. No voice, no sound still? Okay, so we're going to pick this up and we just cover the camera.
Dad, can
what?
I take a shower?
Yeah?
Okay. You got
Where are we
clothes?
at? 20, huh?
Clothes?
Clothes?
Yeah.
Did you check in that drawer?
No. Is that guy in there?
No. Okay, turn the light on. Check in the drawers.
These are both mine.
Okay. Uh-oh. Well, don't worry, it's not Corona. I'm not allowed. Somebody told me that I shouldn't smoke around the food. So I keep the bong out of the way, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of gets to me sometimes. My bad, I shouldn't be talking about that. Anyways, so it's only been 6 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and end the feed. And in about 19 minutes, I'll take pictures and I'll show you what the muffin meatloaf looks like. Thanks for showing up. I love y'all. I'll see you next time. And we got to stay away from... Oh my goodness, there's light all over the place, dude. All right.
Can I look at this?
God bless you. Have a good... And like I was saying, if you go watch it on YouTube, just leave me a comment. Hit the subscribe button. Ding the bell. You'll get all my notifications about when I'm doing a show. And I'd like to see you there. See you later now. That's my daughter, Kylie. Everybody say hi.